And there we were, imagining this election was about Brexit. Nicola Sturgeon has other ideas. Launching her party's manifesto yesterday, she insisted that a vote for the SNP on December 12 was a vote for a second independence referendum. And a vote to stop Boris Johnson, and a vote to escape Brexit. Can the result in Scotland really be interpreted as a clear signal that Scots want the chance to vote for independence, within a year? Of course not. As Ms Sturgeon knows, the issues of Brexit, independence and party loyalty cut across one another. Plenty of voters groan at the thought of another independence poll but will vote tactically for the SNP because they are appalled by Brexit and Mr Johnson, just as many SNP supporters will cast their vote for Ms Sturgeon even though they want out of Europe. An Ipsos/Mori poll released yesterday showed that Scottish voters see Brexit, not independence, as the most important issue. Brexit is the #1 topic even among SNP voters, and it's a nonsense to try and use this uniquely complex general election as a barometer of support for independence. But luckily for Ms Sturgeon, acting Scottish Conservative leader Jackson Carlaw seems intent on framing it the same way. It could not be clearer, he insists, that every voter who wants to stop Nicola Sturgeon taking us back to another referendum, perhaps within a year, needs to lend their vote to the Scottish Conservatives. The Tories' opposition to so-called Indyf 2 is sincere, but will it be enough to repel independence? Short answer, no. Indeed, anyone imagining that a vote for the Tories makes independence less likely, needs to think beyond the next 12 months. The irony is that it could well be Tory votes in this election that lead to the breakup of the UK. If you take the longer view, Boris Johnson's opposition to another referendum is not actually the decisive issue. Far more important is the impact a Tory government could have on support for independence over the longer term, and that could be profound. The Conservatives are significantly more likely than Labour to adopt policies, not least a damaging hard Brexit, that boost support for independence. Remember that this time next year, at the end of the Brexit transition period, we could once again be staring down the barrel of a no-deal Brexit. We could be hearing that environmental and food standards regulations are being sacrificed on the altar of an American trade deal. Voters who have placed their faith in a serial liar to protect the NHS from acquisitive American companies might be finding out how much his promises are worth. A few years later, and the economic impact of Brexit will be buffeting the whole country. Brexit plus economic downturn equals discontent, and discontent invariably leads to clamour for change. Cast your mind back 5 years. Strategists. For more on this story, visit the news article link.